बार उनका रिव्यू इंस्टाग्राम पे आया था जहाँ पे उन्होंने बहुत काइंड शब्द बोले। ऑब्वियसली वो अवेयर थे कि फिल्म 2 साल से बना रहे हैं, 2-3 साल से बन रही है, और उनको पता था कि इस फिल्म में कितनी मेहनत जा रही है, कितनी बार ये फिल्म को -6 पे शूट कर रहे हैं, कभी हम गर्मी में शूट कर रहे हैं, कभी हम इसकी स्टोरी पे काम कर रहे हैं, गाने बना रहे हैं, बहुत कुछ काम किया गया है इसके पीछे। और उनको बस यही उसी बात की खुशी थी कि ये फिल्म 2 साल लगे, बट जिस लेवल का ट्रेलर, जिस लेवल का काम इस ट्रेलर हमने मन में अचीव किया, उन्हें काफ़ी खुश थे इस बात से कि आपका हमारा बजट उतना ही था और एम्बिशियस फिल्म थी, बहुत एम्बिशन से और दिल से फिल्म बनाई थी, और फाइनली वो कैमरा पे ट्रांसलेट भी हुई, तो ही वाज वेरी हैप्पी।
सुश्री अरुण सर, सुश्री आप ये बताओ, ये आपकी पहली फिल्म है और आपके जो हीरो है इन्होंने कई सारी फिल्में कर ली है, तो सेट पे इन्होंने मतलब टांग खिंचाई की है आपकी?
टांग खिंचाई थोड़ी बहुत हुई है, जैसे बिकॉज आई थिंक वो सेट का माहौल ऐसे थोड़ा सा लाइट कर देता है, बट टांग खिंचाई से ज़्यादा उन्होंने मुझे बहुत कुछ सिखाया है, बिकॉज व्हेन यू आर अ डेब्यूटेंट एंड यू आर शेयरिंग द स्क्रीन स्पेस विद सच talented and established actors like Aayush and Jagapati Babu and Vidya Malvade, you really have to bring your A game. There is really not much space to make mistakes because we, like he said, we had limited budgets. So I did not have the space to take multiple takes, So I had to bring my A game in that limited time. So for that, I really he really helped me with his expertise and बहुत कुछ सिखाया उन्होंने. And एक चीज़ जब हम ताड़े गाना शूट कर रहे थे ना, उन्होंने ये बोला कि आप स्टेप्स भूल जाओ, आप 1 2 3 4 जो कर रही हैं वो भूल जाइए, just have fun in front of the camera and whatever fun you have right now is what the audience is going to see, and that's exactly what I try to translate in all my action scenes and everything. So बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला more than टांग खिंचाई।
Yes sir. But coming to Kolkata is the last thing that just gave us that boost.
Yes, from the last 7 days, the team already have been throughout India. They are visiting towards. And now, Sushri, how are you feeling today by visiting the city of Kolkata? This is the first time visit, or you have visited yet?
So I visited Calcutta before. So I am from Odisha, and the culture of Orias and the people from Calcutta is so much similar that whenever I come to Calcutta, it feels like I'm back home. The food feels like home with all the mustards and everything. So I kept eating the pedas in the room and the rasagullas, which I'm sure my trainer will not be very happy about. But बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि हम प्रोग्राम रुस्लान का जो टूर है हम यहाँ पे एंड कर रहे हैं. आप सबकी एनर्जी इतनी फैंटास्टिक है that like Aayush said, it is the perfect boost that we all needed. Thank you.
The team is already a booster because you can see in the picture that they are in the AK-47 and the runner gun and all of this, right? I was asking कि इन्होंने किस तरीके से एक हाथ से पकड़ लिया? You can see this, right? So what is the most क्या बोलूँ जिसको मतलब challenging, the most challenging scene for this movie? Most challenging scene.
I think for me the most challenging scene was being bare-chested in -6 degrees. And fighting, doing action while it was -6 in Azerbaijan. I have huge respect for all the women who used to dance in saris in Switzerland because it is not easy. And that was the time when I genuinely wanted to give up and I wanted to say I'm so tired. But I think the experience of doing that and finally seeing it cinematically, you forget the pain, you forget the shivers that went down you when it comes on the big screen. But that for me personally, that was the most challenging thing.
That's great. And now the last question from ourselves, and now we can open the press conference as well. After working with Sushri, right, and the last some of the film you have showed it out as war and this expensive and the Ruslaan like. So how is the experience? What is the new in this movie you are going to convey to the crowd and audience over there?
First of all, I think it was a great experience talking with Sushri. She's extremely talented and she's looking very beautiful and pretty at this point in time, but she's a warrior. She does great action, so I think it was a breath of fresh air to see an actress who was going all gun blazing like I was. As many bullets I was firing, so many bullets were, so she was firing and she was jumping and kicking. So I think kudos to her. She brought in a new age cinema. Today, I believe women are no longer just supposed to be damsel in distress in films, or they're not supposed to only be the hero's love interest. They're supposed to add value and prove it that the women can do everything. I think Sushri is a great example of an actress who has proven that women are not any lesser than men. You can carry out action in great sense. You can pull off everything, and she's got hurt, she's got bruised, she's limped her way back to the van, and not one day cried about it. And I'm a girl, please, make things easy for me. I think kudos to her for doing all this in her first film. It's very challenging for her, and my personal opinion, to debut in a film where you're supposed to dance, look glamorous, fight, act, emote. So I think she's taken a big leap of faith in this one. So great work, Sushri. But I think for us as a team, Ruslaan is a story which will emotionally bind you with action. It's not a story of only action. It's not aimless action. It is very self-aware of India at this point in time. So it is a thrilling film. You have new antagonists, you have a new story, you have a new treatment. Edge of the seat film, I would like to call it. That by the time you see the film till the end, you will be like, okay. Now this comes from the first half. No scene in the film is not related to each other. Everything is related. So I believe that this is extremely important. But it is a modern film, today's film, which holds the family values of India, which is very important. That even though we're trying to make a film that is today, parents and everything, the emotion of the film is very Indian. The character is new, but the thought process is still at a time where father is father, mother is mother. But I can say very proudly that Ruslaan, after having the action sequences and everything that it has, it is a family film. You can watch it with your parents, you can watch it with your kids, you can watch it in the theaters, and you watch it together, because more than action, as we say right now, Ruslaan is being promoted as an action film. Once you see the film, you realize it's an emotional drama that unfolds.
That's great, Aayush.